Oh boy, they haven't heard this music in a while. I know you guys can't hear it. It's bringing back some memories for me.
Is it just your intro music?
Yeah. Well, it looks like I'm live on YouTube. It seems to be working. Wait to see if I can get some 5x5s on Foxhole here. I wonder if I'm up on Rumble. Yuvonda, if you have a minute, if you could check my Rumble channel, let me know if we're good over there. That would be fantastic. What up, Morning Flower? Good to see ya. Golden Crisp. I saw Filter Dog earlier. Chastity, hello. Norma, good to see ya. Banana Fanana. Banana Fana. Fofarin. I got this. What up, Summer? Hi, Ashley.
I gave you a 2x4 in the chat.
Fantastic. I love 2x4s. 2x6s. 2x6s.
Instead of a 5x5.
2x4s will work, sir.
Just make it up.
Just making it up.
All right, guys, give me a 2x4 in the chat.
Give me a 2x4 in the chat. Yeah, DLive is a little out of the question at the moment. Morning Flower.
Matthew's here. Melody. Hey, guys. What's up? Yuvonda. Heart Whisperer. Upstream.
Let's do this. Yeah, buddy. Hello. Hi, guys. I'm so glad to see you. Yes, I'm back from hiatus. Real quick, thank you, Stacks. Thank you, Golden Crisp, for the gold pills on Foxhole. Much love to you. Yeah, I'm so good to see you. What up, Frightening Me? Hello. What up, Matthew Morninghand? Good to see you. Rainbow Snuggle Fritz. I'm so glad you guys are here. It feels like it's been forever. And of course, I have my faves with me, Tyler and Aaron from Journey to Truth. How goes it, guys?
What's up?
Great. Fantastic. How are you?
I'm back, right? I'm about to be stable. Yeah, I might not even have to work 48 hours a day anymore. I'm super stoked about that. I know. Super impressive.
Well, you're banking on donations tonight?
Yeah, clearly. No. I actually got a job, like a job that should. Well, I had 3 jobs. Now I'm only gonna have to work maybe 1 job, possibly 2, if I want to. Wow. Not sure. This is a huge step for me, right? Because working 3 projects was like killing me, bro. I had no time to be here. I was in front of this computer like 16, 17 hours a day. It was frying my brain, man. I had brain worms. It was too much. Just too much.
Yeah, you don't want to get burnout like that.
I know. Getting hit by the tech vibes all the time. It was too much.
Plus, with everything that's going on right now, trying to balance that with all the UFO disclosure.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting invaded by aliens and everything. I gotta have time to be here sometimes, you know? It's important. It's important, man.
Well, let's talk about that flow chart that you shared with me.
Right. That's the thing. Yeah, I wish I could click on it and show you. It's how you determine if something is important, right? Whenever you're determining the importance of world or global events, the first question you got to ask yourself, right? Do I have to go to work today? Right? If the answer is yes, then whatever it is doesn't matter. If the answer is no, then you got to ask yourself the second question, which is, do I got to pay rent?
I still have to pay rent.
Yeah. Do I got to pay rent? If the answer is yes, then it still doesn't matter. Now, if the answer is no, you don't have to go to work, and no, you don't have to pay your rent, then it absolutely matters, right?
I mean, that's a real legitimate.
That's for real.
flow chart, because that's the thing. Why aren't people concerned about all this information that's being disclosed right now? They literally came out and said aliens are real, UFOs are real. We've been reverse engineering them for decades. We have crash retrieval programs. Nobody bats an eye.
Biologics, right? We've
Yeah,
got the stuff.
but guess what? That shit's not paying the bills for real. Like
Right.
Bruh.
people, their lives go on no matter what comes through the media,
There's-
no matter what kind of disclosure it is.
There's
Absolutely.
only two. Right. There's only two things that would affect people in a big way with that. One, like we just said, they don't have to go to work today or tomorrow, because it's actually like they're like, okay, great. How is that affecting me? What's changing now? How does that affect my life? Or two, ETs start actually walking among us and living with us. Yeah, that would be a big deal.
Openly, right?
And
Not the secret lizard people. I mean,
Right.
openly.
Right. But to me, those two things go hand in hand, because to me, that would mean things have already changed if that happens, or that would change things alone.
Or
Yeah.
if we have some
Those two
sort of
things are-
massive power outage or something.
Or society collapses and
Or
yeah,
Jesus.
power
I think
goes out.
Jesus coming down on a cloud, that might,
Blue beam Jesus.
and especially
Right.
blue beam Jesus.
That would
Lord,
be blue
not
beam.
The, not
that
the
would
blue
be blue
Jesus,
beam.
right?
If that happens.
Please,
Um,
not the blue beam Jesus. Hey,
Not the blue
Belushi.
beam
Yes,
Jesus.
please, not the blue beam Jesus. What up, Belushi? Thanks for the can. Belushi says, "What's up, Tyler? Good to see you."
What up? What up?
Yeah, those would definitely be show-stopping circumstances, I think, for sure. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Man. What up, Wonder Mod? Thanks for being here. Yeah, so it is crazy because we're being buried, man. We're being buried. I have a friend from Ohio that I used to call all the time and be like, "Did you see da 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 da?" And his question, I mean, this was years ago. His question was, "Do I still have to go to work tomorrow?" I'd be like, "Yeah." I'm like, well, that's great then. No, thanks for telling me. Like, I'm moving on now, right? Like, that's the end of it as far as he was concerned. Like, I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean,
do we
it's
have free
true.
energy yet? Do we still have to pay to live on the planet we're born on?
Right.
Okay, then
Right.
this doesn't matter.
Man, I always say
Wake me
you
up
want
when
to,
that's
or a really good impactful world event would be eliminate taxes. That would change some stuff.
That would be right.
That
Or
alone.
eliminate all debt. If we could get some like Fight Club, like buildings collapsing and suddenly everybody's debt free, that would be
Well,
awesome.
here's how you eliminate taxes. Eliminate central banks and things like the IRS and the Federal Reserve and
Yeah, can we do
the
that,
bullshit.
please?
The bullshit
Or-
private central banks that have taken countries hostage. That's
Or
what we
if
do,
we
really.
can somehow miraculously get everyone just to stop paying taxes. That's all
Yeah.
it would take.
If half of it, if
Okay.
30% of us,
But everyone's
stop
too
paying
scared.
taxes
Yeah,
at the
they
same
can't
time.
arrest us all, man.
Right.
Right?
Well, yeah. That's why they lifted. That's why
We have all the power here.
That's why they're so
Yeah.
lenient now with crime and petty misdemeanors, like the mall near my house. They literally let people come in and steal stacks of jeans and
Yeah.
clothes. My aunt works there.
Because
She
what are they
says-
going to do?
Did
They-
you
they're-
see the CNN video where they're filming, talking about it? And as they're filming, it went viral yesterday. 3 shoplifting occurrences right in front of the CNN cameras. People just didn't
It
care.
happens all day long, but their issue, their reason is because there's no room in the prisons. Like they had to ease up on the laws because the prisons were overflowed. So like they can't be arresting people for all this stuff. So now they're just getting away with stealing everything,
Everything.
Well, and it's also so the retail places. I worked retail, and our policy was if someone comes in and grabs something and walks out, you can't touch them, you can't chase them. The most you can do is like yell something at them, but like you cannot touch them. You
Hey,
can't do
come back
anything.
here.
Yeah, no, I ain't
Right,
about to
right,
die
right.
I ain't about to die for that pair of jeans. Like, you can take
Um,
it. Go right ahead.
Now the stores that would have like a security, like the stores in the inner city or the rougher areas would have security guards, and then they can obviously do something. But like,
Right. But then
there's
problem,
not enough manpower for police to be when this is happening on this scale. There's no way they can handle that. So like, and the people, these people know that, so they're just going in groups and stealing whatever they want and going out. And they know they get away with it.
And there's that bald guy that's going around and buying all the security guards rocking chairs, and they're falling asleep on the job.
Damn that guy.
Yeah, that
Right?
All
George
guy.
Costanza.
That guy. That's what's
George
that's what's happening, man. Belushi says my conspiracy is a conspiracy. Yes, sir. Thank you for the can. Yeah, guys, we have a ton of awesome trivia questions for you tonight. Now I know it's been a while, right? Team Tartaria, you guys, come on. I'm gonna need you to step up today. What up, woke? Oh, hello, Alara. Good to see you.
What's up,
What's up,
guys?
wingman? Right? Yeah. So let's do the damn thing. I know you
Um,
you guys wrote some quick. You want me to go first? You know my shit is hard.
yeah, you go first. You started.
All right. All right. I got something for you. I got something for you. All right. And this
All
might
right.
interest you. And I was just thinking about your recent documentary and weird things that you find in the ground, Tyler. And he's going to tell you all about that later. But according to a Cherokee legend, a race of people were said to live in southern Appalachia until being expelled by the Cherokee. They were said to be small, pale humanoids with overly large blue eyes. What were these people called? Is it A, the
Mm.
starry eyed ones, B, the moon eyed people, C, the night worshippers, or D, the cavern dwellers?
All of those sound made
Hmm,
up.
hmm, hmm.
I'm gonna go with B, the moon-eyed people.
Yeah, that one sounds. What was the first one?
The starry eyed ones, the moon eyed people, the night worshippers, or the cavern dwellers?
I'm gonna go with B also.
Final
It just
answer?
sounds. That's the only one
Yeah,
that
I
sounds
have no
real to me.
idea.
Hmm, hmm. All right,
I
let's
just call them the little people.
Team Foxnuts. Yeah, that's right, Alara. You guys are definitely Team Foxnuts. We got Team Tartaria over here on YouTube. Uh,
What are the teams from the Legend of the Hidden Temple, the the TV show? Remember that game
Oh,
show when we
I
were
used to watch
kids
that
on
show.
Nickelodeon? Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like team like flying monkeys or something like that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
clueless.
I
That's what these team names remind me of.
Right?
vaguely remember it.
Uh,
Yeah.
See,
Oh,
a lot
I
of
gotta
people are
look that
guessing
up.
B. I got some D's and A's. Guys, it is the moon-eyed people.
I knew it.
Congratulations. Congratulations, right? So this is actually kind of weird. So the moon-eyed people are supposed to be this like race of really small men. According to Cherokee legend, they lived in southern Appalachians, right? They were physically very different from the Cherokee. They were bearded, they had pale, really white skin. And they were called moon-eyed because they weren't able to see in the daylight. Their eyes were like super sensitive. They were blinded by the sun, so they were strictly nocturnal. They lived in underground caverns. All right, which is
Interesting.
weird,
Right.
right? And now this isn't just a legend, right? In the mountains of the southern Appalachians, from North Carolina down through Georgia and Alabama, there are remains of ancient stone structures that line these mountain ridges. And some of these areas have been built in addition to natural rock formations, and others are entirely man-made. All right. And there's a really famous one that is just over the North Carolina border in Georgia at Fort Mountain, right? It's now a state park. Surprise, surprise. And it gets its name. There's this 850-foot long stone wall that runs atop of this ridge. And this was constructed probably 400 to 500 BCE. So this is old, right? And according to Cherokee legend, this wall is the remnant from a war that the Moon-Eyed people fought and lost to either the Creeks or the Cherokee, because there seems to be some discrepancy on this issue, right? But even they came and they fought them in the light of a full moon, which even the full moon blinded these moon people. And after they lost this war, they all went underground, and they are now living under, allegedly, the Appalachian Mountains.
They are.
Apparently, to this day,
It's
right?
true.
It's crazy stuff, man.
No, man, you like I do
Wow.
not do that much research for my question.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You like
You're making
every
us look
answer you have
bad.
a full documentary worth of information.
Well, do you know what?
Right.
Listen, man.
Right.
Okay, it was one
Showing us
thing when
up.
we were just reading the questions off the card here, but now that I have to actually research conspiracy theories, like there's so much shit out there that we could be telling people about that I just feel compelled to
There's a lot.
spew, right?
So the
I've never heard that.
legends
I've never heard that one before. That's new to me.
Right? It was new to
Yeah.
me too.
the legends of the hidden temples teams are the red jaguars, the blue barracudas, the green monkeys, the orange iguanas, the purple parrots, and the silver snakes.
Oh, that sounds about right.
So
Nice.
I had to look it up.
That sounds about right. NX17 says sounds like a description of Fauci. The moon-eyed people? Like he's some kind of cavern-dwelling weirdo that comes out at night? Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I mean, there's so many stories of the little people everywhere. Even like when we were in the Southwest, our Navajo guide was a park ranger, and they taught them during in their training about the little people, 2 to 3 feet tall. And if you look at all the structures out there, the doors are small, the windows are small,
Right.
but they tried to tell you that it was like for ceremonial purposes, or they don't know who lived there. Like they don't. The fact of the matter is, even the historians and the people at these visitor centers and museums, they don't have a clue either. Like they're just like put together this history based on the narrative that we have to follow, but it's all BS. But we should get into the next question because we have a lot.
Bring it. I'm ready. I'm ready. Purple
Actually, I want to
puffins.
hear Aaron, you ready? I want to hear your
Right.
question.
Right. Am I next?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. All right. I got 4 of them, so I'm trying to figure out which one to do first. All right, here we go. Here we go. Tyler, you'll like this one. What did Max Spears say?
Uh-oh.
Oh, he froze.
Oh, we're left in anxiously waiting.
Days before his death. I freeze.
Yes, you froze.
Hey,
Okay, say it
you
one more time.
say it again. Yeah.
Okay. All right. What did Max Spears say days before his death? Is it A, how to create free energy? B, that there will be a fake alien invasion soon? C, if anything happens to me, investigate? D, he talked about the secret space program and hidden technologies.
I know the answer to this. I'm not even
Of
going to
course
say
you
it.
do.
I know you know the answer.
Of course you do.
I knew you knew it.
I don't know. I feel like maybe he said, if anything happens to me, investigate. I don't know. What do you guys think?
You want me to read them again?
Yeah, read it one more time.
All right. What did Max Spears say days before his death? A, how to create free energy. B, that there will be a fake alien invasion soon. C, if anything happens to me, investigate. Or D, he talked about the secret space program and hidden technologies.
I'm going to go with C. You say days before his death. I feel like that might be it. I'm going to go with C.
I'm going to go with C2. How about that?
Getting a lot of C's from YouTube
a lot
here.
Of C's.
A lot of
There's
C's
B,
on Foxhole
B,
too.
Someone said C and D. Someone said B.
All right, what is it, Aaron?
All right, yeah, it's C. He said, if anything happens to me, investigate.
Woohoo!
Actually, that's what it was a text. He texted that to his
That was
mother.
a text, actually.
That's creepy as shit.
Yeah.
Like somebody sends you a text like that and then they just die. Like so how did he supposedly die? Tell me what happened here. I gotta know.
He threw up a bunch of black substance.
Black goo.
People suspected it was black goo.
Not the black goo, man.
I would say it probably was black goo. He threw it up and then he died.
Yeah. James Rink actually knows the full story. He was close with Max. Actually, I was just in Florida with James Rink and Daryl James and stuff, and we had some really interesting conversations that probably should have been recorded. But James had he knew Max and James Casbolt, and
he was the videographer for that one.
and he was telling me all kinds of stories about those guys. Yeah, so it's really interesting.
Can I just share with the group here that I am seriously perpetually terrified of the idea of sentient black goo? Like that just freaks me right the fuck out. Thanks, Golden Crisp, for the can.
That's understandable.
I don't
it's
know,
a creepy
man.
idea.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, especially after its depiction on the X-Files, I just can't.
It was on the X-Files. That's right.
Yeah, I can't.
It's also under the microscope if you look at certain thing that they're trying to do to us.
Apparently, the Falkland Wars were about black goo, supposedly.
Right.
Brad Olson just talked about that.
Have you seen the videos of the guys that supposedly have the black goo in the container?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. What do you think?
It's like the magnetic thing. Like, yeah, I mean, it looks.
Well, it looks like they're. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
All right, you ready? UFO whistleblower David Grush recently came forward and stated that the U.S. has had a UFO crash retrieval program for decades. What is the official name of this program? A. Project Aquarius. B. Operation Moondust. C. Project Pluto. D. Project Nemesis.
Ooh.
I know this.
Don't answer it.
I'm not going to say.
You guys are haters. I want you to know that.
We did not even talk about our questions either.
We
Man,
didn't. Yeah, we did not
right?
discuss this beforehand, by the way.
All right.
UFO whistleblower David Grush recently came out and stated that the U.S. has had a UFO crash retrieval program for decades. What is the official name of this program? A. Project Aquarius. B. Operation Moondust. C. Project Pluto. D. Project Nemesis.
I'm feeling like it's either A or B, man. And now I just can't stop hearing like it's the age of Aquarius.
Aquarius.
Right? I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm gonna go with
Aquarius.
A, just because.
Let's see. What are people saying? We got B, A, I think. B, A, guessing. B. Everyone thinks it's A or B, apparently.
If anyone watched our recent episode with Neil Gar, they would know the answer to this.
That's actually true.
All right, give it to me.
It is Project Pluto.
Damn, I thought that was for sure the one that you made up.
No.
Man.
You're like, that's the one I knew.
That's the one I thought for sure it wasn't, right?
This is according to the John Lear report that I always reference.
I know. Look at you breaking it right out.
About it.
Boom.
Yep.
Established in 1947. So listen, first of all, what should piss everyone off? What should piss everyone off is, what is it? 2023. We're getting a UFO whistleblower talking about a UFO crash retrieval program. We got disclosed that happened over 70 years ago.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Literally 70 years. Think about the insanity of that. People have known about this, have been in the know for 70 years, and we're just now getting this leaked to the public in 2023. Anyway, okay. Established in 1947 after the Roswell incident, the mission of Project Pluto was to recover all crashed or downed alien craft, to recover all evidence of alien presence or technology, and to recover all alien bodies, alive or dead. Project Pluto developed cover stories to satisfy press and civilian curiosity. Project Pluto was authorized use of deadly force and/or relocation to ensure secrecy. Project Pluto was responsible for and biological intelligence of the alien life forms. There's a lot of typos in this report. So that was Project Pluto in 1947. Then they followed up with Operation Moondust, which was the cover. This was a public Operation Moondust was publicly announced.
Oh, I remember this. They claim they were getting like Russian satellites or something, right?
Well, the recovery of
anything that fell out of space, fell out of orbit.
Space hardware.
Yeah.
Recover. The public's mission was to identify and recover United States space hardware which might fall to Earth. So they were, I guess, too many people were onto them, so they had to have, or maybe they knew they had to go into regions where people would see them recovering these UFOs. So they had to have a cover to, they're just getting space hardware from the whatever.
Yeah, don't worry about that. It's nothing. And Marisol, Pluto is a planet. I'm team planet for Pluto, okay?
Yes.
I don't care what they say, right? There are 9 planets in the solar system, as far as I'm concerned, right?
Well, they keep like changing it, don't they? They keep going back and forth on it.
Take a deep breath, guys. Like we said it was a planet a long time ago. Just leave it alone, man.
Just leave it alone. Just let it be. Why do you have
a planet? Why does it matter, right?
Right.
Oh man. Sometimes.
All right, what do you got for us, Foil?
All right, this is actually kind of a 2-part question, and I've got a crazy video to show with it, right? You guys know I like a good robot rant. All right, so we got to talk about the potential robot uprising. Researchers from Osaka University recently used what program to translate brain waves into highly accurate images? Okay, is it A, ChatGPT, B, Lambda, C, Stable Diffusion, or D, Bard?
You broke up on the third uh option.
Okay,
Not on my end. You didn't.
okay, I'm going to read it again. Researchers from Osaka University recently used what program to translate brain waves into highly accurate images? Was it A, ChatGPT, B, Lambda, C, Stable Diffusion, or D, Bard?
D.
I'm gonna go with D Bard.
Final answer.
That's a guess because I
Yeah,
don't.
mine's a guess too.
Yes, frightening me. Robot rants. You know I'm terrified of the tech that we use every day, right? I can't help it. But I get sucked right in, right? I literally work with this shit. It's crazy. All right, yes, 2x4. Can I get a 2x4 in the chat? I'm seeing a lot of D's, seeing some A's. Uh, so the answer is C, stable diffusion. Okay,
Oh,
right. So they have
interesting.
used stable diffusion to reconstruct like pretty damn accurate high resolution images by reading human brain waves. Okay, this it sounds super Black Mirror. So these researchers at the Graduate School of Frontier Biosciences at Osaka University recently wrote a paper outlining how it's possible to reconstruct images using latent diffusion models by reading human brain activity gained from fMRIs without the need for training. They don't even have to train these models or fine tuning of these deep generative models. Okay. So you guys remember the Black Mirror episode where they had the little implants in the eyes? They could record everything
Yep.
and record
Yep.
memories and everything. Like this is what I think of, right? Um, and of course they want to sell it like, well, we could help nonverbal people or paralyzed people who can't take a picture. Like they'll be able to just, you know, remember, like they can think it and the AI can generate it. It's crazy, right? Um, but it gets even deeper because then they start talking. I came across this on TikTok the other day. You guys know how I love to let TikTok rot my brain. So they were talking about how they're
I
using
do
it
know.
even to read. Yes, Tyler, you especially know. They're using it to read dreams. Okay, listen to this. Now you guys won't be able to hear this. I'm sorry, Tyler and Aaron, but they'll be able to hear this.
Mirror shit.
The latest paper, the one that happened
Are
even
you
after
sure you can
this, which
play
is
it?
already better,
Yeah.
uses
I think
stable
so.
diffusion, uses the thing that you use to make art. Like, what should a thing that you use to make art have anything to do with reading your brain? But of course, it goes further. So in this one, they said, can they understand the inner monologue, the things you're saying to yourself in your own mind? Mind you, by the way, when you dream, like your visual cortex runs in reverse, so your dreams are no longer safe.
What?
But we'll try this. So they had people watch a video and just narrate what was going on in the video in their mind. So there's a woman, she gets hit in the back, she falls over. This is what the computer reconstructed the person thinking. See a girl, looks just like me, get hit in the back, and then she is knocked off.
So that's crazy. Okay. That's crazy. It's reading your internal monologue. So for those NPCs out there that don't have an internal monologue, which still baffles me that there are people that are living out there with no internal monologue, you guys are probably safe, I guess. But the rest of us that have that voice in here that's just talking incessantly all the time, we're screwed. Okay? We are screwed. Uh yeah, I know you guys weren't able to see that video, but it's crazy. Tyler, I will make sure to send it to you, don't worry.
Hey, I'm gonna can I share my screen?
Uh, yeah. Hold on. Wait. I haven't done this in so long. I
That's
gotta make you host. Hold on.
you don't have to do that. Just go down to she's screen share and just allow multiple participants to
Oh,
share.
does that work? Yeah. I don't see that.
And next to the screen share button, you have a little arrow. Click it.
Oh, there we go. Ta-da!
Um, so anyway, that's scary, and that's not the first time we've heard of something like that, being able to read people's dreams. In that movie Future World that I've talked about many times. Um,
Still need to see that.
so you can see the movie cover there. Uh, is this you or are you you?
I don't know.
future world where you can't tell the mortal, where you can't tell the mortals from the machines, even when you look in the mirror. Um, so this movie was talking about the robots and how all of our presidents and world leaders were being replaced with either robots or
Lizards.
no, either robots or clones.
It's lizards, man.
It should have been that.
Right.
But there's videos going around right now that show this exact thing, these type of
Oh,
robots.
I saw that.
Yeah. And did you see the what's her name? Katy Perry, the robot? It clearly looks like she kind of glitches out like she's a robot. I think I know this sounds crazy, but I think this is a very real reality. But this
Why wouldn't
right
it be?
here,
Right.
this
Right.
right here in that movie, this is the machine that reads your dreams and displays them on a screen. So
That's too creepy, man.
she sits in this thing and they put her to sleep, and then her dreams are projected onto a monitor, and they watch her dreams. This movie has tons of disclosure in it.
I bet it
Um,
does. We
and
get
like,
so much through movies and
yeah.
TV that we don't even realize. It's crazy.
Mhm.
Yep, that is true.
It is crazy. So this is actually a two-part question, right? So I'm gonna do the other part, and then I'm gonna throw it back to you guys, right?
Okay.
Because this is weird too. According to a viral online rumor, what corporation is reportedly working on new tech that will allow them to pump advertisements into your brain while you are sleeping?
Oh, I know this actually.
Is it A, Meta, B, Amazon, C, McDonald's, or D, OpenAI?
I won't answer just because I don't want to give it away.
I'm gonna go with B, Amazon.
I can give everybody a hint. No, I won't. I'll just let it go.
I hope it's not McDonald's. I mean, that's the
Bruh.
worst thing I've ever heard. No matter what.
Yeah, I'm loving it. It is McDonald's, man.
It is
So
Oh my
okay,
god.
wait, listen. Now hear me out, right? So I couldn't find an actual, I like to do actual resource and fact check shit. I couldn't find anything specifically saying McDonald's, but what I did find is just as terrifying. So I found this article that was published in 2021 on science.org. So legit. And they write about dream advertisement. They actually call it dream incubation advertising. All right, while you're dreaming, people are using images, sounds, or other sensory cues to shape your dreams. Brands from Xbox to Coors to Burger King have teamed up with scientists to engineer advertisements into at this point, willing consumers' dreams via video and audio clips. And this got to the point in 2021 where, now, of course, it was the pandemic, so nobody reported on this. But there were 40 sleep researchers that published this online letter calling for the regulation of commercial dream manipulation. And they say that because there are no regulations addressing in-dream advertising, that companies might one day use smart speakers like Alexa to detect your sleep stages, right? And while you're sleeping, play back sounds or other cues once they get to the point that they can do other cues that could influence your dreams or your behavior.
Yes.
I just think that's horrific.
I mean, here's the thing.
Yeah,
They're already doing that. We're just hearing about it now.
Right.
Like they've already been doing this for decades. We're just getting the articles and they're just telling us now like it's some revolutionary breakthrough.
It's crazy though. Like these people are crazy.
So
yeah, they're psychopaths.
I had a question
They're
about
literally
that. Why about exactly what you're talking about? So I came and asked that question. Now.
Oh no! Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
No, it's the same. Everybody would know what it is.
Oh.
It's what household electronic device is capable of creating a detailed scan of your home, including how many people are there using frequency waves. And that's the video I was going to show. It's the Wi-Fi router.
Yes, I saw that. As a matter of fact, I just read a bunch of stuff on that this week. That computers can now predict where you are in your home, whether.
Well, no. It's not even that. If you watch the full video, it's just like a ground penetrating radar scan. it's bouncing the frequency waves, sound waves off of everything in the room, and it even can pass through walls if it needs to.
So it creates a 3D like model.
It creates a 3D image, but it creates down to like fine details. They said in such detail that they can face ID somebody.
That
That's
is
nuts.
crazy. That is
And
crazy.
So that's your Wi-Fi router. Everyone's Wi-Fi
That's
router is equipped with that technology. It's scanning. It can give a 3D printout of your home. Probably not your entire home, but at least the immediate vicinity of.
And on top of that, I've heard multiple insiders say that there's no such thing as a private conversation or private thoughts on the planet because they have the technology.
I believe that.
Read your thoughts anywhere, anytime, and hear your conversations anywhere, anytime, no matter how secure you think you are.
Right.
When Larry was trying to get me to go to Mars, that's what he would tell me. He's like, they could listen to you from the satellites. He's like, you don't understand the technology. Like
he knew.
He's like, it's beyond.
Bro, like, like back in the day when I was living my old life, like even to have a conversation with certain people, I would put my phone in the microwave just to have a conversation with people.
That's pointless because
but now it doesn't matter. Like everybody's got home cameras and smart speakers or whatever.
Let me tell this story really quick. So I've been battling with Ameren Electric since Aaron lives with me for 2 years now. 3 years.
Yeah.
They've been trying to install smart meter and I've been pushing it off, telling them no, I do not comply. Well, I've gotten in arguments, literal debates, arguments with these people on the phone. I've, laid down my case. They finally started calling a couple weeks ago. There's like, Mr. Kiwala, you have to make a decision. We're changing over our network and you need to either get a smart meter, let us install a smart meter, or get a new old meter installed, which is $100 installation, $40 a month extra on your bill. Or we can do the smart meter for free. And guess what? It takes 2 minutes to install either one. Literally 2 minutes. That's what they said.
$140 a month extra?
No, $100 to install it, which takes 2 minutes. I asked them. And then $40 a month extra. That's for if you want what they call the new old meter.
New old, yeah.
But anyway,
but your current one works just fine. So
they said Mr. Kiwala, your time is up. We're gonna shut your power off if you don't make a decision. And I said, well, I'm busy. Can I call you back tomorrow? And then I've been dodging them for a week. Guess what? They showed up at my house.
Oh, I bet they did.
2 trucks with the police. Now, I didn't think it was the actual police at first because it was the Ameren security car. And the guy told me that there's 2 officers in that car. And I didn't believe him. But my roommate went out there. He went to go move his truck and he went and said hi to him. He said they were 2 officers in full gear.
I'd be like, I'm sorry, I'm unaware of what law I'm breaking right now.
Exactly.
You're going to arrest me
for. And they came with the smart meter.
Oh my goodness.
Are you going to let us install this or not? So I finally caved. I was like, go ahead. And I immediately ordered a protector, the EMF,
I put little Yuvonda pyramids all over everything, like whatever.
So I just installed the guard today that's supposed to block all those frequencies. Either way, like, where are we? What is this turning into? Like, they literally showed up in my front door with the police to install smart meters.
What? Thank you. I find it for the cookie. Happy birthday, Adam Hugapug. Shout out to you.
And they sent like the 2 biggest black dudes they could send. Like they came up like
you were like, just put it right over there.
Well, I seen them pull up, and me and my roommate walked out. We walked outside, and we were standing on the front porch, like waiting for them to walk up. It's like, which one of you is Mr. Kiwala? I'm like,
oh, you're better than me. The police coming to my house. I'm out the back door. Like, I don't know what y'all want, but you're gonna have to earn that $10 an hour and come find me, sir. There's none of that. That's crazy, Tyler.
But I held out, man. I held out for years. They told me I was literally the last home in the entire surrounding area that didn't have the smart meter. So I was like,
I'm sure Ameren told the police that you were like obstructing their system or something.
Yeah, you just ruined the whole grid was going to crash if you didn't comply.
They can tell them whatever bullshit that's not true, and they just are trying to.
Oh, what?
And then the police
and I'm so mad. Like, I didn't think to record all of it. Like, I don't know.
Bro, yes, right?
My mind is never like take my phone out and record this, you know?
That's crazy.
Right.
That is crazy. Thank you, Golden Chris, for the ship. I thank you for the gold pill love on Foxhole, you guys. I appreciate when you support my content, truly.
All right,
Truly, I
so
do.
I
That
think
is
it's Aaron's
crazy,
turn.
Tyler. Yeah. That's
I live
wild.
in St. Louis, Missouri. Somebody said, "Where do you live?" Aaron, you have it's your turn for a question.
My turn.
Yes, bring
Yeah.
it, sir.
All right. All right. This mysterious object was found by the Betz family in Fort George Island, Florida in 1974. Is it A strange stone tablet, B, a metallic sphere, C, a cigar-shaped UFO craft, or D, a bell-shaped object?
It
Oh
is.
man,
Do you know, Tyler?
it's either B or D. I feel like
Okay.
This one I know,
I
right?
don't.
This is a very obscure
This one I know because this actually really
Oh, you
caught
do
my
know
attention.
this.
Yes, I know this. I know the
Oh,
I'm
story.
gonna
okay.
It's
say
caught my
D.
attention for a minute. I was
You're
like,
gonna say D?
what?
All right,
I
what do you
think.
say, Loyal?
It's
You said you know
the sphere. I'm
Yep.
going with
Okay,
the
damn.
sphere.
Yep.
I
It's
should have.
the
Yeah.
Where was it?
metallic sphere.
Yeah,
They
it's
call
a
it the
weird.
Betz
Yeah, the Betz sphere.
sphere.
Please tell the story because that's a great
Yeah.
story.
All right. Hold on. Let me go to the page real quick. All right. So the Betz. Oh, hold on. The Betz mystery sphere is a metal sphere with a diameter of 8 inches and weighing 22 pounds, uncovered by family in Florida after a bushfire. And let's see here. So the family found the sphere. It's about the size of a bowling ball. Their first thought was the sphere had been a cannonball left from the New World conquistadors. They decided to take the sphere back to their house. Several days later, Terry was playing the guitar in their home. The sphere seemed to react to the sound of the guitar. It made a throbbing noise. Later, the sphere was noticed to roll on its own and even stop on its own and change direction.
I have
Terry
heard
started
this story.
Terry started doing experiments with the sphere. He noticed the sphere would reverberate when hit with a hammer. He also found the sphere would move after being shaken and placed on the ground. The Betzes reported that the sphere moved on its own several times and that it would follow people around the house seemingly on its own. That is insane. Crazy. Sorry. Eventually, they stored the sphere in a trunk and only took it out to show friends and family.
And they kept it even though like people kept trying to come to investigate it and take it. They wouldn't let anybody take it from them to be
Yeah.
investigated.
Yeah,
I've
but then
heard
of
that
course
story.
they
I don't
come to
remember where.
they like, or it says a 2012. This is Wikipedia, by the way. So of course they're gonna have the
Well,
debunking of it.
naturally.
Naturally, of course. You got the propaganda pedia. 2012 analysis by Skeptoid, whatever Skeptoid I think is a BS thing anyway, revealed contemporary media analysis indicating that the Betz sphere may have been a ball check valve produced by the Bell and Howell company. So they're just saying, oh, it was just a ball check valve. Nothing
Yeah,
to
it's
see
just
here.
nothing to see
It
here.
just moves on its own.
Right.
It's fine.
Resonates and what's not.
Right. Follows people around the
Yeah,
house.
it's
Yeah.
fine. This
It's a
is
ball
fine.
check valve.
This is fine.
It's
This is fine.
fine.
This is
It's
fine.
fine, everyone.
Right?
It's fine.
Nothing to worry about. Thank you, Jay Brewski. It's good to see you. Thank you for the shades.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, I have no
Everything's
worries.
fine.
Right?
Don't look
That's
at
what
it.
Don't
Chuck
worry.
Don't worry
Doubleday
about
says. Everything's fine. Stay home, Truman.
Right.
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 Stay home,
Um,
Truman.
I think my roommate's home. I think it's your turn, Foil.
Oh, are we back to me already? Or because
Well,
I
actually, it's technically my turn, but we
I
already
jacked
kind
your
of skipped
question.
over. Yeah, but go ahead. So you
All
go
right, all
ahead.
right, all right, all right. Uh, all right. What is the name of the phenomenon often associated with Skinwalker Ranch, where people experience terrifying things that are said to follow them home? Is it A, the hitchhiker effect, B, attachment syndrome, C, entity absorption, or D, the Skinwalker effect?
I'm gonna say A.
Final answer.
Sure. I
I'm
really
gonna
don't know,
say
but
I'm gonna say A as well.
I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm going to read it one more time real quick for the people in the back. What is the name of the phenomenon often associated with Skinwalker Ranch where people experience terrifying things that are said to follow them home? Is it A, the hitchhiker effect, B, attachment syndrome, C, entity absorption, or D, the Skinwalker effect?
Actually, I'm gonna say C. I'm changing.
Changing your answer?
I'm gonna
Okay.
say C.
All
I don't know
right.
why. I just
I've had problems with entity absorption before. It was horrible. It's horrible.
have you
Yes.
Oh, we all have.
Yes. I had an attachment for a while. That shit was
really?
terrible. Yes, I
I
didn't
did.
realize it until it was gone. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't.
Mm-mm.
I did after my mom died for a while until I
Yeah.
had a seen a Reiki healer, and then
You felt it moving inside your body. You said.
I felt it come out.
yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
exactly whenever she was trying to finally going to remove it, and she was like putting her hands over my like
It was-
stomach, my
You
sacral.
said it was moving away from her hands, right?
I could literally feel
feel
it
Mhm.
moving inside of me. I felt like it was the Matrix whenever they're trying to suck that thing out of his
That
belly
little
button.
thing, yeah.
It was wild, man.
Well, it was the hitchhiker effect. So it was
No, it
A.
wasn't.
You were right the first time, Aaron. That's okay.
I was right the first time.
That's all right. Gotta go with your
Go with
gut,
the
man.
Go with
your
the
gut.
first
Right?
instinct.
Yeah, so they got that show, right? On what, the History Channel where they talk
Yeah,
about
the Skinwalker show.
yeah, right, the history of Skinwalker Ranch or whatever.
Mm.
So Travis Taylor, one of the guys, was being interviewed, and he said, that he's even nervous to talk about the hitchhiker effect because they feel like they might stimulate it. They have no idea what causes it,
Wow.
but they think they think that it's some sort of quantum entanglement, right? That it's a quantum phenomena that gets entangled with your consciousness, and then you just take some of it home with you. Thank you, EO2 Dave, for the ship. Much love to you. You take some of it home, so wherever you go, you're just still connected to this shit. And it sounds crazy, but there are scientists studying what they call the quantum measurement problem. I mean, we know that entanglement, Einstein called it spooky action at a distance. Like, this is a thing, right? There's no reason that you would be able to think that consciousness would not be also some sort of a quantum field. I think consciousness is a non-local quantum field, right? We all tap into it. Like, I believe that.
That is true.
So
Yes.
people go to the ranch and they pick up these like paranormal hitchhikers, and some of the experiences are kind of benign, on the ranch, but then they would go home and like all hell would break loose. In some cases, like just seeing a UAP or feeling a presence or hearing a voice while they were on the ranch would cause this entanglement. But some of the most terrifying experiences are when they would go home and they would be visited, and not just the visitor, the family members would be visited by these tall black shadow beings. Even the kids of the people that went were seeing these shadow people. They said that it could happen at night, it could happen at day. That a lot of times it starts simple. You wake up and you have this feeling of a presence in the room. You know, they've measured spikes in electromagnetic energy. Some of these shadow people have glowing red or yellow eyes. Other things that they've experienced at home, they have just strange electrical anomalies, plates and wine bottles flying across rooms. They hear voices, footsteps, like almost like a haunting, items moving, blue orbs inside and outside of the home, even strange animals that they see outside of the homes, right? And then some health effects, blood disorders, autoimmune disorders, like that people from taking this shit home with them.
We tried to go out there when we were out that way in February, but it would close for filming for the TV show.
Oh, right.
No, really.
Yeah, but I mean, I think basically you name it, it happens out there at that ranch. Like, you can, like anything you can imagine, like is coming through those portals. And on the show, apparently they like the biggest discovery now is they like were able to like definitively prove, document, and analyze and monitor a portal and actually see things coming in and out of it. Like, not that we didn't know it, but they finally are able to like confirm that yes.
See, I don't know. That's demons to me. Like, when I had that attachment, like that was definitely something negative, demonic. I don't, whatever. It was not.
Attachments are usually a negative because that's the negative entities that do that. They like parasite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Benevolent
They're
beings aren't
parasitic.
doing that. Yeah, they're.
Yeah.
It's like you're not gonna.
Positive beings don't parasite off of
Right.
people. So
Duppy,
attachments.
Duppy, I was going to write a Simon Parks question. As a matter of fact, I pulled the stuff up. I didn't have time to write it. So on the next episode, I will talk about Simon Parks.
Oh, yeah. That guy.
Right? I had a request for that yesterday. I pulled the stuff and then didn't have time to write the question.
I
All right,
got
who's
a
up?
story.
Tyler?
Uh,
You up?
I
Or is it?
won't tell the story about him. Anyway,
Yeah, to say Tyler and I have heard some things about him.
About Simon Parks?
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, buddy.
Basically, I will say this: if what I heard is true, he's an extremely shady guy.
He's not.
Didn't he
Yeah.
say he was raised by a lizard woman?
Or a mantis being. I think.
Mantis.
Something.
He says
It's something along those lines, right?
Says he is a mantis being incarnated in a human.
Lord
body.
Almighty.
He says that, yeah.
Yeah.
Not to say
Anyway.
mantis, there are benevolent mantis beings. But
I just don't trust
that's what he
bugs in
says.
general. I don't care if it's benevolent or not. Alara can testify to this. If there's a bug, I don't care what it is. It's got to go. Thank you for the cookies, Sean Joe and Stacks. Yeah, I don't know.
It's not.
I just didn't like the fact that he tried to sell $300
Well, that's a story I wasn't going to tell.
oh, okay, sorry, EMF.
Well,
I'm not going to say more on that, but it was completely not good.
Anyway, so according to Inner Earth whistleblower Billy Woodard, what famous American aviation pioneer did not actually die, but instead went on to live the remainder of their life in Hollow Earth?
Ooh.
I know this.
A. Howard Hughes. B. Charles Lindbergh. C. Amelia Earhart. D. The Wright brothers.
Oh, see, none of those was my initial guess.
According to Inner Earth whistleblower Billy Woodard, what famous American aviation pioneer did not actually die, but instead went on to live the remainder of their life in Hollow Earth? A. Howard Hughes. B. Charles Lindbergh. C. Amelia Earhart. D. The Wright brothers.
I'm going to go with Amelia Earhart just because of the Voyager Star Trek episode.
I don't even know if I've never even seen that.
I haven't seen that either.
Just guessing. I think it was Voyager, because Tom Paris was there. So they're out flying along and they find this old pickup truck, right? Like in space, just floating in space. And they pick it up and take it, and then they track it back to where it's supposedly came from. And they go there and they've got these humans in stasis, and one of them is Amelia Earhart that was taken from Earth, to this other planet. And she's there.
The answer.
Ha!
That is the answer.
I knew
See?
it. I knew that.
See? Look at that. Star Trek coming in clutch.
So that is so synchronistic that you said that, because I literally have a Amelia Earhart question. That's one of mine. Yeah,
amazing.
You guys coordinated
this. That was my next question, and then you just said that. Like,
wait, you were going to ask the same question?
Not the same, but it's about Amelia Earhart.
Oh, okay.
It's similar, but it's not.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, bring it.
And I did know that though too, that Billy Woodard said that.
Well, in one of his interviews, he claims not just her, but a number of people who he thought had died on the surface are actually living out their lives in Earth. And he said that makes sense because
they never found her. They never found her plane, right? It just disappeared.
And Admiral Byrd's down. That's where he's living out his life.
That's who I was going to guess before you read the.
Yeah, I purposely didn't put him on the list because, but either way, he said that once you're down there, it's like basically a different dimension, a different frequency, and you immediately stop aging and you heal. Your entire body heals as if you laid in a med bed.
Well, can I go?
And you basically just live forever at that point. Like you can live for.
It's like a paradise realm.
Yeah. So, but he said that like the poles. He said the North Pole where they fly in. He said it's constantly overlaid by holographic clouds, no matter what time of year, day, whatever, no matter what season. and he said it's always monitored by like craft UFOs, so they know. And they said they literally, like, if people do make the voyage and they're like worthy, they will allow them to make the
Go
trip
in.
and sail in or fly in.
I need to go to this place
Yeah.
where there's no aging.
And we all take a trip.
Right? Sounds like a plan, guys. Let's go.
Maybe not
Anyway.
now, like years in the future when we're done with
Whatever this is.
whatever
Right.
this is, our missions here, and then we're like, all right, let's go retire in Inner Earth now.
Right? Whatever this is, let's go.
Whatever this is.
Yeah, so Aaron, let's hear your question now.
All right, so that's amazing that you said, because this was my next question. Amelia Earhart's aircraft disappeared in 1937. Some people say she landed by mistake on a deserted island and was eaten by. So some people think she landed on a deserted island.
Lizards?
And was eaten by some things on the island. Yeah. So, all right, what did people say she was eaten by on an island? Is it A, sharks, B, reptilians, C, snakes, or D, crabs?
Well, I'm going with reptilians. Like, you know me, my theory that the answer is always lizards.
I'm going with giant crabs.
Giant crabs.
Giant crab.
Oh, not the giant crabs.
I have no idea.
reptilians,
I've never
crabs,
heard that.
Right?
Sharks, or snakes.
I guess
So
a
is it
shark would make
A,
the most
sharks,
sense.
B, reptilians, C, snakes, D, crabs.
It would suck either way, I think.
It would
of
suck no matter
all
what.
of those
Right.
answers suck.
Right.
Oh, thank you, Golden Crisp, for the EMP. Much love to you. That's huge. Yeah, that would suck either way, bro.
All right, we got A, D, B. So people all
I'm
over
going
the
with
place.
reptilians, man. I don't know. The answer's always lizards, even when it's not
is.
lizards.
It is.
Even when it's
lizards.
not. It's
Even when
lizards.
it's not, it's lizards, guys.
Well, there's a difference between lizards and reptilian. A little bit different.
They're lizard
Regular
people to me,
lizards.
man.
Lizard people are
Lizard
different than
people,
small
right?
little lizards. Yeah. All right, the answer is D, crabs. Tyler, you're right.
Oh my god,
Yes.
right? Like Elden Ring, giant crabs. What is happening? That would
There's
suck.
people that say she was eaten by crabs on an island. Apparently.
That would be a horrible death.
Just
man.
regular crabs?
Just little
Yeah,
tiny
just regular crabs. I
Ew,
don't know why
ew,
they think
ew.
Have crabs ever been documented or known to eat any
I have no
human
idea.
flesh?
I don't,
Not that I know of.
They
I
must
mean-
have been some giant, like she must have landed on Skull Island.
right?
Like,
Right.
Something.
There's some huge crabs.
Something.
No, she was
Damn.
taken in Earth. That seems.
I'm going with that, right? Makes me
Yeah,
feel
because they
a
never
little better.
found her. She just disappeared. So
Yeah, never
like,
found the plane or anything.
That makes the most sense to me because I do truly believe that Earth is real, and I know their beings have been taken there. So why wouldn't that be the
Right?
case,
Why wouldn't they take? I mean, Amelia
Why-
Earhart's
why
pretty
wouldn't
cool.
they?
Just take her right along, man.
Right.
Right? I'm with that. I'm with that. All right.
People
Who's
are- crabs?
yes, crabs. That would suck.
Yes.
Whose turn is it? My turn.
well, yeah, but let me ask this question just because it's just for fun.
Bring
My friend
it.
wrote this. My friend wrote this, and I'm just throwing it out there. I asked a friend of mine to write a question, not knowing any of the context of the show or anything. So this is it. Mer people are A, inner Earth citizens wearing aquatic biologic suits. B, residents of both the inner and outer seas. C, space travelers who utilize portals in water. Or D, all the above.
Alara, help me out here. We're talking
D, all
about the
the
Murrah
above.
people, right? Read it again.
Mer people are A, inner Earth citizens wearing aquatic biologic suits. B, residents of both the inner and outer seas. C, space travelers who utilize portals in water. Or D, all of the above.
I'm going with D, all the above.
I'm going with C.
The answer is E, nobody fucking knows.
Right?
Is that true?
Right?
That's it. E, nobody fucking
the
knows.
actual
Yeah,
answer.
that's what she wrote.
Right? Yeah. Good
Well,
point.
it's probably all the above.
Right. Good point.
I was the closest then.
We have no idea. All right, the mer people. Are we being correct here? We can't just say mermaids.
Because apparently there's people that know that say dolphins they've seen and they know about portals that open and dolphins going in and out.
Right.
But why wouldn't that be true for,
Well, that's what I was thinking. Tyler and I
Well.
have had this conversation about the dolphins here on the show, as a matter of fact, the portal
There
dolphins,
you go.
right?
The portal dolphin.
Yeah, they train dolphins for like war and shit. Dolphins can do some stuff, man.
Dolphins are legit.
Dolphins are legit,
They're
right?
super legit.
Absolutely.
Dolphins are CIA spies.
They are.
They
They really
tried. I mean,
are. They tried to train them. The Russians have
well,
trained
they probably
dolphins.
did. I mean, do you think they stopped? I think they probably did.
You
They
think
still-
Oh no, come on, man. Why wouldn't you
They're all
just keep
CIA
training
spies.
dolphins, right? Like
They're all
birds aren't
spies.
real, the dolphins are working for
Birds
the
aren't real,
CIA.
dolphins
It's
are
the whole
all
thing. I trust
They-
nothing, right?
They train the mosquitoes to annoy me, so I
Yeah.
can't even go outside.
Right. Right. The mosquitoes. What's up, classical chick? Glad you're here.
All right, that was my last question. So go ahead.
All right. All right. I got
I have one more.
Okay, go ahead. Go
You want me to do
ahead.
mine?
No, well, Foil's turn's next.
Or
Yeah.
It's your turn technically.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, so this
You go
is
now.
this is a quick one, and I don't have a lot to say on this. We can have some convo on this, but I do have some other questions to run through here after. In 2020, what major defense contractor posted a video clip on their official social media referring to a shadow biome where aliens could be invisibly walking among us? Was it A, Raytheon, B, Lockheed Martin, C, Northrop Grumman, or D, Boeing?
I gotta go with Raytheon just because all the stuff we've been hearing about them.
Bro,
lately.
this is why I bring up the defense
gonna go with
contractor, because this is real shit.
I'm gonna go with B, Raytheon as well.
It's a Raytheon, right?
Yeah,
Or
A,
A,
Raytheon, B,
Sorry, A,
Lockheed
Raytheon.
Martin, C, Northrop Grumman, or D, Boeing?
I'm gonna go with A, Raytheon.
Final answers? All right, let's see what the chat chimes in. I know we got a little bit of a delay. This is crazy though, right? Major defense contractor on their official social media talking about a freaking shadow biome where aliens are invisibly walking amongst us. I'm terrified. Okay.
Like, you think they would be talking about that if
it wasn't a
know that
thing, like you just
existed?
post a video talking about the shit, and
they're
it's
just
not a
gonna-
thing. Like
That-
what?
Make up
That's how disclosure has already happened. Like
Right.
we get examples like that all the time over the years where they've come out and said things exactly like that. And if people were to take it serious, or people do take it serious, but if the news were to say something, because people need the
Yeah.
news to tell them for some reason.
They hide it in
Um,
plain sight all the time
right.
like that. They
Bro,
put
I'm
it
gonna
out there,
well, I'm
plain
gonna
as
show
day.
you guys the video, right? Because I do have that. I've seen one person with the correct answer. Leyland, you got it. It is actually Northrop Grumman. I want to blame Raytheon too, right? No, look at this shit. No, you guys won't be able to see it.
Northrop
Only the. Sorry, Tyler.
Well, I'll
sorry.
catch the replay in 20 seconds.
Right. Oh, thank you for the Fleet Golden Crisp. Look at this. And so this was in May of 2020. The official Northrop Grumman Facebook page posted is just seconds long with no sound, alluding to ET walking among us in a shadow biome, so they would be invisible to us. And here's the video. I'm even going to make it big. This is what they posted. Are invisible aliens among us?
Well, that's Stranger Things
Right?
disclosed that as well, which was Montauk.
That is wild, though. Like, you know, and we've seen, like, there were some other Twitter posts. Like, was it Raytheon that put up the little snarky Twitter posts about UFOs 2 weeks ago? Just crazy shit. Crazy shit, man. They come on social media and then talk smack
All right,
and then get mad if
it's
somebody
finally
wants to...
playing for me now.
Oh, do you see it?
I saw it. I see it.
Oh, it's just a 3D. Okay, I see. Right. Like,
Right,
come
they're
on,
just gonna
they're-
put that out there. For,
Yeah,
you
you
know,
just posted it because of what? Like,
everything we've ever talked about is real. That's
bro,
all.
so
about
when you
money.
get the little hairs stand up on the back of your
mean-
neck and you feel like somebody's, you know, in your... I'm going to be thinking, like, oh, it's that fucking shadow biome again. Like, here we go.
fucking shadow.
You people with the
That's an
shadow
alien.
biome. Yeah.
That's how.
Yep.
That's how I encountered that gray in Colorado. I mean, it was just there, but it was like half transparent,
Yeah,
and
that's
it
what you
was
said.
like
That's
Right.
crazy. That is
it
crazy.
peeked around the door frame. If nobody knows, like it
I mean,
literally,
another
like,
way to say it is just they're in another dimension. They're
Right.
Different.
They're
different
phased.
frequency.
frequency.
Phased
They're
out or
different
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, different frequency. Rate of
Right.
vibration. It's all frequency.
Well, like Max Spears used to say, like it's all they rely on the towers to hold the frequency grid around the planet to maintain their illusion. And if we were to destroy all those towers or turn them off or change the channel, like that illusion would just fade away and we would see them. Like they rely on the specific
doubt it.
frequency grid that they have set in place. That's why these 5G towers, they're doing that. They're also a voice of God technology. I don't even think they have anything to do with their internet or cell service, to be honest.
It just
think-
weirds me out. The whole thing
yeah.
weirds me out. Like I feel like I'm never alone anymore. You know? I don't know.
You've never been.
I
alone.
know, right? I should like I know that, right? In my head I know that.
Realization.
Yes, LT5, that is who's whispering in your ear all the time. Just blame it on the shadow biome people, right? That would actually explain shadow people too, right? The shadow biome. Like it's a whole thing. All right, Aaron, that was my quick question. Go ahead. You
All right.
hit me with
You
it.
guys are gonna like this one. Well, I know you guys probably know the answer to this one, but this is more for everyone else, I guess. All right. So when Alex Jones said
Woohoo!
his famous quote, "They're making the freaking frogs gay."
Turn the freaking frogs gay.
They're turning the freaking frogs gay.
They are.
You gotta
That's
foam at the mouth when you say
Right.
that.
Yeah, my face has to turn red.
Right.
Too. He was referring to this endocrine disrupting toxic chemical in water that is in tap water, by the way, that was found to feminize male frogs and cause homosexual behavior. Is it A, fluoride, B, atrazine, C, nitrates, or D, MTBE, which stands for methyl tertiary butyl
Ethylene.
ether or ethylene?
I know the answer to this. Do you want me to answer this? Tyler, you got to know this too, don't you?
Don't say it,
I
Tyler.
won't
Do you
say
know?
it.
Yeah, I won't say.
I figured you guys probably knew. But I'm gonna
Yeah, because this
see.
is a whole legit thing.
This is a legit.
Yeah, even when we had Mickey Willis on the show talking about the pandemic movie that it only made it to Rumble, he mentioned this
Yeah.
like being legitimate. He's like, it's too bad Alex Jones had to like deliver it the
Right.
way he delivered it
he's
because
like,
he wasn't
he
wrong.
was right.
Right.
He's like, he was actually right.
There's
Like,
whole scientific
tell you the
studies
truth.
done,
Right.
right?
Right.
Let's see.
And
I'm
that's
seeing a
in-
lot of
that's-
B's,
That's in tap water that,
right?
you know.
Seeing
no
some
big deal.
D's, A. We're getting them all over the board, man.
The baseball cards.
So we got B, 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 E baseball cards. What? Read
Read
again. All right,
again.
I'll read it again. Is it A, fluoride, B, atrazine, C, nitrates, or D, MTBE?
National Tire and Battery.
Yes.
No, not NTB. MTBE.
All right. Hit us with it.
It is B, atrazine.
Atrazine.
You guys are smart.
Tell
guys
us
are
the,
smart.
tell them the story anyway, because there's bound to be some people out there that haven't heard this.
All right. Yeah, let me go to the article and I'll just. All right. So scientists are continuing to sound the alarm about some common chemicals, including the herbicide atrazine, and link them to changes in reproductive health and development. Endocrine disrupting toxic chemicals have been found to feminize male frogs and cause homosexual behavior. Ashley Ahern reports on how these substances may be affecting human development and behavior. And there's like a video. So yeah,
They did legit
Right.
studies at Berkeley on
They've done
this, where they
legit
can
scientific
show you that this is actually
studies.
happening.
It's real.
Allegedly,
happening.
YouTube overlords, right? All of this
Well,
is just
already
allegedly.
frogs already can
legitimately.
change sex.
Right.
Right.
Frogs already can change sex. I mean, that's how Jurassic Park happened.
Clearly, right? I mean,
But
how
if
else
that
could we
if
explain
it's doing
Jurassic
that to
Park?
frogs, what's it doing to humans that are
Right.
drinking?
There's
tap
so much
water?
shit in our water. There's
And
so
that's
much.
one thing. Yeah, that's one thing.
I mean,
out of, like,
we wash
a
our
whole
hands
long
with
list.
like antibacterial stuff that goes in the water. You take, antidepressants and pee them out into the water. They can't get rid of all that shit. It's in there, right? You got
Right.
cocaine dolphins off the coast of Florida or whatever. Like, there's
There's-
just shit in the water, man.
There's-
Cocaine sharks now.
Cocaine sharks now.
They're eating
right?
like that's a
You know what's
legitimate
crazy?
I
article.
know. I saw
thought
it
was a
last
joke.
week. No, it's real. It's
The sharks are
completely
swimming
real.
up, eating barrels or bales of
Coke.
bales of cocaine.
Yeah, that they've
And it's not
dumped.
like they're hiding this. Like literally, I just Googled chemicals in water, and then you can find it tells you all the chemicals that are in our tap
It's
water
crazy,
on a Google search.
right?
Yeah.
So it's
Well,
not
they
like
have
this
to
is hard
tell
to
you.
figure out. Right. They have to tell you, right?
They have to
And
tell
there's a
you.
long list.
Like I just
Chlorine, fluoride, mercury,
Tasty.
lead,
so
atrazine,
speaking of having to tell us, I
nitrates.
I recently just I was talking to my friend and he's like, you know that building downtown in St. Louis, the city that looks like it has the Ark of the Covenant on top of it? I'm like, no. What building? How do I not know this? He's like, come on, you know what I'm talking about. Showed me a picture of it. And I'm like, I had no idea that that was sitting on top of one of the buildings down there. Okay, end of conversation. Like a week later, I meet this lady at the Cahokia Mountains. I go there to like go on this hike with my friend, and his friend met us, and she starts telling me about the same building. But she works with somebody who's a Freemason and who has inside knowledge about that building and about all kinds of stuff, the Freemason connections in St. Louis. And she's like, yeah, you know that building with the two things on top that are facing each. I'm like, yeah, that looks like the Ark of the Covenant. Somebody just told me about it. She's like, yeah. She said, so and so told me that in the top of that building they have Masonic rituals where they channel demons.
Oh Lord.
In that building. And she's like, this is no joke. Currently, they use that building to do that. And then she also told me, and to take it a step further, if you're standing on the St. Louis Arch grounds in Illinois, there's Fairview Heights. And she said it's called, and there's a cemetery that's visible from the arch grounds across the Mississippi River. She said that if you're standing on the arch grounds, you can see that cemetery. They also hold satanic rituals, the Freemason satanic rituals in that cemetery to call on the dead and practice necromancy.
Oh Lord.
And summon demons that way, but they named it Fairview Heights because they have to tell you what they're doing, and it's in fair view of the arch grounds. So like it's this whole, and the arch, and she had information about like actual documentation on how the arch is a portal, and it's just not some theory. Like there's such a crazy history here in St. Louis that I'm learning
Sounds
about.
like, right? Sounds like you're definitely in an interesting place. That's crazy, man. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Everything bizarre is real. Yes. Yes, clear. We've come to find out everything weird is
Yes.
actually a thing. It's totally a thing, man.
I'm gonna share that picture at the top of that building with you guys.
Yeah, please do.
But not
Forkum
every
Dano, thank you for the ship. Much
not
love
every
to you
conspiracy that's out there is true, but many of them are.
guys. Bro, like a
I would say
lot.
the majority of them
Like
are,
a
but not
lot.
like, there's flat Earth and there's
Yeah, definitely hills I would never die on, right?
all birds are all fake or whatever.
Hey,
Why can't I find
Hey,
it?
now listen. Let's not
I'm
start
sorry.
debunking the birds aren't real movement, okay? That is close to
You
my
like the
heart.
birds aren't
I
real
do
movement,
like
yeah.
that one. I like that one a lot.
That's a pet.
It is a pet conspiracy theory of mine.
Hey,
Right.
don't be trashing my birds aren't real.
Don't. I love it. I have t-shirts about it and everything. It's great. I do.
Amazing.
Speaking of t-shirts, look what I got.
What?
Tyler designed this for
yeah.
me, right? Yeah. So for those,
I didn't.
That's amazing.
Go ahead.
you did a phenomenal job. Don't say that. So Tim Burchett is being interviewed about UFOs, right? And there he's asked, he was like, how do you know they're not Russian? And he flips out and he's like, don't you think if Vladimir Putin had a UFO, he would land it on the White House lawn, ride out in a unicorn, bare-chested, punch the president in the face, and then ride back to Mother Russia? Like he trips out. And I'm like, oh my God, I need a t-shirt with bare-chested Vladimir Putin on a unicorn coming out of a UFO on the White House lawn. I was like, Tyler, it's my birthday. Please make this for me.
I was wondering what inspired Tyler to make that.
Yes,
Now I know.
now you know, right? Tim
Now I know.
Burchett coming with his crazy quotes.
All right, I'm going to share my screen here. It's not the greatest picture. It's blurry, but that's the only one I have. So this is the top of the building.
Wait a minute. Let me. There you go. Oh, that is creepy.
And it's like some World Fair type of shit.
It looks like it.
Yeah, it has like the Roman
that does look like the
looking
Ark of the Covenant. That's
Yeah,
totally
kind of, right?
I mean, similar, yeah.
Similar,
But
not exactly, but similar.
apparently it was funny. Like, there's no coincidence. Like, the guy just told me about this, and a week later, less than a week later, I meet a lady who knows somebody who's a Freemason and who tells her that they're doing satanic rituals and channeling demons in the top of this building. And she said that he described it to her like the movie Ghostbusters. At the end, when they're on the top of the building and they're bringing through the demons on the top of the building, it's exactly something like that,
That
she
is
said.
creepy as shit. Yeah, to be sure. Yes,
Even
Alara, I'm gonna show
Ghostbusters.
them the alien. Hold on, let me get my screen back here. I gotta show you guys something else I got for my birthday that I'm super stoked about. My friend Blue Canaries Blue sent it to me, right? Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He
Oh yeah.
projects, right?
You showed me
This is
that.
awesome. He talks. I'm not going to turn him on because he will not, I don't know how to shut him up once he starts talking. He projects a nebula and stars onto my ceiling, and he talks, and he's
What?
cool, and he hangs out, right? I don't have a name for him yet, so if you guys want to suggest names for my alien, please do so, right? I think I got the most awesomest birthday stuff this year. I'm so
Yeah,
excited,
that
right?
is awesome.
I'm so
That is
excited,
awesome.
right?
Why haven't you got to name them?
I do. I need a name for. I trust me. I have sat here and tried to think of something clever to call him, but like the only thing that comes into my head is Spock, and I'm not calling him Spock. Like somebody suggest something better to me, right? Better than
Let's see what
Spock
the
or
chat.
Glarp. Like no Glarp,
LARP. Zorp.
no
Oh no, I
Zorp
can't.
or
Yeah.
Glarp or
Someone
Spock.
said Randy Uble said Bob.
Bob the
Chicken
alien,
licking Bob.
Chicken licking
right?
Bob.
Chicken licking Bob.
Well, while you guys ponder
All right, we
on
got
the
Ernie.
Ernie, I like kind of like
Yuvonda.
Ernie,
Pluto.
right?
Pluto. Bart.
Bart. Let me see. Yeah, we got to come up with a name for him. Oh, thank you, Norma, for the happy belated birthday. It was the 21st. I actually went to the beach and did, stuff. It was cool. Skinny Bob, right? Aaron the alien.
Aaron.
Twiggy. I like
Twiggy.
Twiggy.
I like Twiggy.
Oh, thank you,
AI Eon.
Golden Crisp for the 7,800 gold pills.
Slamma.
Somebody said boobies. Yes, boobies, right? Claymouth.
Elon.
Klaatu.
Ratu.
Klaatu.
Klaatu.
Right,
What is
Klaatu.
it? Klaatu. Rata. Nectar. Necktie.
Vladimir.
How about Cosmo Kramer?
How
Cosmo
about
Kramer.
yeah,
Vladimir. Alara seems to co-sign, but I like Vladimir, right?
Vladimir.
Vladimir the alien. I like
How
that.
about Vladdy?
Vladimir
Vladdy.
Two-Tone?
Vladimir Two-Tone. Brutus to match my dog Caesar. Yes, Caesar. He's a trip.
All right.
All right. I got some more questions for you guys, right?
How about Art Vandelay?
Art Vandelay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it. Art Vandelay.
Art Vandelay.
That's great. All right. I got maybe two more that we can do, two or three more that we can do that are pretty good. All right. You guys know that I try to put out some real shit on this show, okay? This is recent. So according to the Washington Times, what country has developed so-called Neuro-strike weapons that are capable of disrupting brain function in order to influence or mind control foreign leaders? This is a legit news story from last week. Okay, according to
Read that again, please.
legit news story from last week. According to the Washington Times, right? What country has developed so-called Neuro-strike weapons that are capable of disrupting brain function in order to influence or mind control foreign leaders?
That would be the CIA.
Is it A, the US, B, China, C, India, or D, Russia?
I'm gonna say the US.
I'll go with B, China.
Final answers.
I would say A or B though, but I'm gonna go with B.
Boy, somehow the YouTube is way far behind now.
You might have to. You might be able to.
Oh, I'm not clicking shit. Listen,
Okay.
we know what happens when I start clicking on things,
Could
right?
be Russia though. I wouldn't doubt it. Any of those three, I honestly wouldn't be surprised.
All right, let's
But
see.
B,
I see a lot of people saying Russia isn't always Russia. China.
Yeah.
It is
China.
China. Okay?
Haha, that was great.
Right, so this is crazy. Now, I railed at length about how they used directed energy weapons on Indian soldiers in the Kashmir region. Okay, like this was like 2 summers ago. They microwaved these people. Like they are not beyond directing some energy at somebody's head. Right, I'm convinced they're responsible for the Havana syndrome too. Um,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
China's People's Liberation Army is reportedly designing advanced weaponry that is capable of disrupting brain function in order to influence leaders in government or either even entire populations of people. Okay. According to the Washington Times, multiple intelligence analysts have indicated that China is developing weapons that can directly attack or control people's brains by utilizing microwave or other energy weapons in the form of electromagnetic beams fired from both handheld guns and larger weapons systems.
That's voice of God tech.
Bro,
I mean,
right?
Yeah.
In 2021, the U.S. Commerce Department sanctioned China's Academy of Military Medical Sciences, as well as 11 other Chinese entities. The U.S. accused them of using biotechnology process to support Chinese military end uses and end users, to include purported brain control weaponry. All right. So this term Neuro-strike is used to describe the process of targeting the brains of personnel with non-kinetic technology. So a Neuro-strike is designed to reduce an individual's situational awareness, impair a target's ability to think clearly, impact a person's cognitive function, like Joe Biden, or inflict long-term damage, I'm just saying, or inflict long-term damage to a person's brain. Right? These are not apparently considered unconventional weapons. They're considered a part of
well,
normal military capabilities.
why is China get to take credit for Joseph C. Sharp's invention? And if that is, it's his invention, and that's the United States. I
You
think
Well, they probably stole the IP
it
for it.
like
We just
every
can't admit to having it, so now they we
right.
get to blame them for using
Well,
it.
it
Right. It's
they
not like we're not
love
using that as well. Right.
I'm sure the US loves that there's an article out there that's saying it's
Right?
China that developed this and not us. Like
Right.
when
Right.
when there's actual evidence that somebody in the United States developed this in the
Heck,
70s.
Russia's probably doing it too. They're probably
Oh,
all
listen,
I
I'm
all
mean,
sure
have.
they're all
everybody's
on
doing
All
board.
have.
it. They're world global elites. I mean, come on.
Right.
And everything you read
UK.
verbatim is what the voice of God technology does, including handheld devices, towers, like it's
Hmm.
all, and like in the heart attack gun, even the CIA developed in the
Mhm.
50s. I mean, come on now.
Right. But
President Eisenhower
They,
died of a heart attack randomly right after they announced the CIA had this heart attack gun. Like,
guys, they stole all Tesla's freaking documents and stuff that he created. What do you think? You think they're just not going to use that after taking it? Like, come on.
yeah, it's
They
crazy
they
though.
weaponized it all instead of
Of
using
course.
it to benefit
No,
humanity, the freaking
why
planet.
would we do
Why would we
that?
do that? No, we were
Who
going to
wants to do
weaponize it.
that, right?
We
We
can keep the
weaponize every new
power
technology,
structure.
like
Right,
immediately.
right. So we
Like,
can, keep the system
well,
right? So we can just make a mess
going,
of things.
keep people
I
asleep.
mean, the entire
Realizes-
infrastructure has been weaponized at this point. Like, there's nothing that hasn't been.
Absolutely.
Like,
Right.
natural things, like water. I mean, natural things have been weaponized. And then, like, trees, like, they're like, it's hilarious
Weaponize the
now that they're,
trees, man,
well,
Yeah.
no, it's hilarious that they're making 5G towers that mimic
that look
real
like
trees now.
trees.
Trees and
Hmm.
cactuses.
Yeah, like what's the point? It's so obvious it's not a tower. I mean, not a tree. Like I
Yeah.
guess, oh, let's
You're
just
like, oh
make it blend
man,
in.
look at that.
Like those are
Totally
awesome
real-looking
aesthetics,
tree.
guys. It looks really
Right.
natural, right?
Right.
Right.
It totally
Like,
doesn't look like
yeah,
just
totally looks legit. Come on, man.
And there's somebody driving along with, oh, that's cool how they're making it blend in with the trees. That's
Right.
cool. Like,
right. People are so like dumbed down and zombified.
Zombified. The zombification.
Zombified. It's a good
Completely.
way, yeah. Just
Uh,
like, oh, look at that.
All right, I got another one for you. This is kind of like old school conspiracy almost. So stemming from, since the CIA is behind everything. So stemming from declassified CIA documents, the 55515 method is a mental
oh, I know.
technique used to do what?
I know this because I use this actually.
Is it A, remote view, B, channel alien consciousness, C, relieve pain, or D, invade another person's mind? The 55515 method.
I have actually done this.
Does it work?
No.
No,
It didn't work for me.
not for you.
But it might have. But at that point, it's just your intention. Like if you think that whatever you're saying is healing or relieving, or I can't. I just
Too late now, right? Yeah. So the answer is relieve pain. I see something, they were getting it right in the chat anyway. So pain relief. Yeah.
So if you believe whatever you say is relieving pain in a certain part of your body, then it's gonna have that effect regardless of if it's that series of numbers or no matter what you're saying. I think that's the trick of it. But go ahead.
It's just the intention behind it. So
it's called the placebo effect.
Right.
What creates the
you put your intention behind it and then it happens. So there's a 90-page report that details how the CIA medical personnel were knowingly participating in torture, right? And the CIA medical services chief wrote this summary and reflections document that was talking about how they had health specialists signing off on and engaging in torture-inducing interrogation and detention practices. So in this, one of the things that they train their agents to do in the event that they are ever in that situation themselves is to use this 55515 method of pain relief. So to perform this technique, you first got to rid your mind of all ideas and just concentrate on the location that you're experiencing the pain. Right? And this is to negate any pain. Apparently, it's supposed to work against any type of pain. So you shut your eyes and you imagine the body and you pay special attention to the painful location. And if you're completely concentrated, you keep repeating the number 55515 to yourself until you experience an alleviation of your pain. And this method actually stems from the Monroe Institute's Gateway program, which we've talked about before.
Yeah.
Right? A meditative program that the CIA used in their studies in Project Stargate. So pain is just physiological perception. It's a signal from your brain to let you know that something is wrong somewhere in your body. So any attention that you can make, you can make your brain ignore effects or deficiencies within the body that may be causing pain by focusing on this 55515 meditation, this number, right?
Right.
And again, they used it. They taught these CIA agents this method to help them resist enemy torture. So
I mean, it's effective. You can assign that concept to any series of numbers and it would work as long as you believe that it works.
Right.
I'm curious how they came up with that specific number.
Well, they have a whole set of numbers that all do different things. So that's just part of it. So I'm sure they have I'm sure they have a list somewhere, a database.
You teach your brain that the 55515 is pain alleviation, and maybe 62462 is whatever, mind expansion, and you just set that intention.
Your mind associates pain relief with that number series, with that set of numbers. So as soon as you think of it, you automatically shift. It's just like creating an altar. It's the same thing. Yeah. Anyway,
Yuvonda said brain sync. I used to have these. So when I was on my state-sponsored vacation for 5 years, I had these brain sync CDs that I would listen to at night to reprogram my brain. They seem to work. Is that what you're talking about? Like this.
Yuvonda said it's more than thoughts. It's the frequency of numbers.
Could be.
Numbers have a specific frequency. Yeah. So there you go. And then Randy Ubel said 5 is change.
Oh, numbers do have a. Yes, that is true. I never thought about it that way.
Of the numbers as well. Yeah, that makes sense.
I think it's all the above. And
it's all the above, right?
It really is. But I feel like you could do the same thing without that set of numbers, though. Like if you just cleared your mind and focused on a part of your body and sent healing energy that way, like Reiki or something.
Right.
I would say the most important thing is your belief that
that it's going to work. You've created the association, and then holy shit, Golden Crisp, thank you for the 11,000 gold pills. What is the count? Where are we at now? Because I can't see it. You
How
guys
much
have
is a
been
gold pill worth?
a penny. So 11,000 gold pills is $110.
Oh damn!
Nice.
Right?
How much is gold
I am
pills?
Very
I am
generous.
feeling the love tonight. Gosh, I
Yeah.
go on hiatus and come back and get all the love in the world. Thank you guys. Thanks.
I want some gold pills.
Right?
Tyler's got
Yes.
the Palo Santo
I don't know
going on.
why you guys don't stream onto the Foxhole. Like the Foxhole crew is
Because
awesome.
we never go live. Barely.
Well, you went live. We went live. What are we? We got to do the news again soon. That was
Right.
super fun. I had a lot of
Well,
fun
I mean,
doing
we're
that.
kind of doing it even now.
Yeah, I
but
know,
yeah,
right?
We gotta set
Always
that
the
up.
news. That's
We got our documentary and a bunch of other stuff going on right now. Anyway.
Yes,
So.
I want to show you guys this too. Since this is about 9:30, we're gonna be wrapping up anyway, and I am out of questions now. This was an awesome show. This was awesome.
This was an awesome show.
Yeah, I was so glad to
Thanks
have
for
both of you
inviting
guys
me.
here.
This was
Yes, thank
fun.
you for coming.
Yeah.
So
It was fun.
Tyler, do you want to tell them what you've been doing, and then I want to show them something super cool.
Yeah, I've been hard at work editing this documentary, getting it ready for release this Sunday, a pre-release on our Patreon. So we started filming the documentary right before COVID for the Cahokia Mounds.
Right before
And-
COVID. Yeah.
And COVID hit, and suddenly the mounds didn't seem very interesting. You know, everything at that time, we were like, it was all the conspiracy theories. Everything was happening with so we just lost interest. And to
Got
be
shelved.
quite honest,
Yeah.
what?
It got shelved for 3 years.
It got shelved, but to be quite honest, we did put a lot of work into it. We had a lot of footage and a lot of drone. We did a lot
Back
then.
then we did, yeah. Yeah.
And it got shelved, and I never had any intention on digging it back out. And it kind of just naturally came back around, and we decided to finish it. Aaron recorded some stuff after our conference at the Mounds, and we were just going to upload it onto the Patreon for like a little 15-minute thing. I'm like, you know,
It turned into a much bigger.
it was like,
thing than
let's
that.
just do the documentary. I realized, like, if we're going to do it, let's do it right.
Do
And
it
then
right,
it turned
right.
into like doing an entire feature-length film, full documentary, telling an entirely new history of the Midwest, the surrounding area here, Cahokia Mounds. There was too much to even put into one documentary, so we're going to have bonus content, bonus features on the Patreon eventually. So it's going to be a pre-release this Sunday on Patreon for the paying members, and then about a month later, I have some copyright stuff to do and a few things like that, but it's going to be launched on a website for free for everyone to share with everyone, and there'll be a donation button. If you want to donate, you can. If not, just enjoy it. And we're really excited about it. It's the
We're
biggest.
really excited.
It's awesome you guys
biggest-
do this, and then we'll put it out so people can see it for free if they can't afford to help. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
So I
I'm
have the
so
trailer.
proud. I'm so proud of what, I'm like, wow. we
It
did
looks
that.
lit.
That's
Yeah, like
awesome,
I'm excited to watch it
It's-
for sure.
it's really good. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to
So,
share the trailer with you guys so that you guys can see it. They did a phenomenal job with it, and here we go.
A lot of this information has been kept sort of locked up or kept undercover because of the invasion of the Smithsonian group way back in the 1880s.
What actually happens is it's not taken to preserve it, it's taken to hide it.
And about 4.5 miles from here, a cave was discovered. It's not really a cave as such, it's a man-made cavern system.
But how the hell do you get that much granite? Because the granite on the base of that damn near weighs what the dirt on the top of it weighs. Nobody knows what's underneath it. I've heard a theory that there's a spaceship underneath it.
There was copper and steel-plated artifacts that depicted men in armor with shields and helmets.
Including right here at Cahokia, there were reported 2 giants with double rows of teeth and 6 fingers and 6 toes.
Extra vertebrae or extra ribs in their cage. These are different races of people. They're not just regular humans.
Definitely is a stone burial chamber, and there's a large body in it, bones. I would say 15 to 16 feet.
I saw different types of extraterrestrials here with the Native Americans.
The peoples of the Cahokia Mounds actually saw the Birdman as some kind of cosmic being and not a humanoid being.
So this Birdman was the last and the pure and the true of his kind.
So yes, there were rituals, or there were dances and celebrations, and people would dress up like the galactic beings that were visiting. But there were actual physical galactic beings that were visiting.
So you guys managed to make a trailer like where you want to see the rest of it, you know? You did a really good job with that. I know the YouTube is like what's showing on my screen is way far behind, but they could see it. That looks great.
Does it come across that way? Because I was hoping it would.
Yes, like I want to know more. Like I definitely want to know more. And you said that'll be again. You said that'll be this Sunday?
This Sunday
on your Patreon for the paying members, but then they're going to put it up on its own website for free, where you can go watch it, and then there'll be a donate button if you want to contribute to their efforts.
Right, and then along with it will be bonus features that'll be on the Patreon only, which are going to include like the full interviews of the people, interviews that didn't make it into the documentary, some really just special features type of stuff. It's just going to be on the Patreon. So it's a cool way to release that, I think.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. If you guys have not gone over, if you're watching on Rumble or you're watching on Foxhole and you have not gone, I think most of the YouTube people are probably subbed to you, but if you have not subbed to Journey to Truth on YouTube, their links are all in the description below on my YouTube channel. Go follow. They talk about interesting shit all the time, you guys. They're great. Tyler and Aaron are OGs. They do fantastic work.
Thank you. And the Patreon's only $5 a month. And it's not even a monthly thing. I mean, you could just
a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys did like UFOs 101. You do whole classes and shit. Like there's
yeah, we do webinars. In place of the webinar.
Couldn't think of the word.
Month is the documentary.
Yeah, this month is a documentary instead of a webinar, but next month we should be doing.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Here we can even give
and then lots of like different people's talks at conferences or interviews.
Right.
Well, what we've been doing is uploading kind of like rare interviews that aren't just like readily available, older interviews that like just kind of get swept under the rug. So we find them and just throw them on there for the Patreon members. So it's easy place to find some really cool content too that's not easy to find online. So
that's fantastic.
And I try to do ones that are like really good that I want to like
spotlight.
See,
yeah,
you know, but it's like we can't upload somebody else's interview on our public YouTube, but
right.
Patreon,
right.
So like I can do it there,
I feel you.
Here's I'm gonna share a sneak peek of our next month's webinar.
Yes,
I'm gonna
please
share
do.
my screen.
Oh, let me get this out of the way. Oh.
So it's DUMS, a deep dive into the subterranean infrastructure.
Are the moon people down there? I think the moon people, the moon-eyed people.
Probably.
Right? Probably the moon-eyed people down there.
Well, I don't know if they're in the DUMS, but they're in underground caves.
They're down there somewhere, right?
They're down there somewhere.
Yeah, that looks good.
It's hard to determine when this will come out because we also have the Sunfire Festival that we're going to be doing at the end of this month. So we're really busy. It's hard to get all this stuff out there, but it will be the next one. We don't have an official date, though.
Yeah, you guys are doing all kinds of stuff. The people in the Foxhole are demanding that you start broadcasting there. So just FYI. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Right. So this has been an awesome show. Guys, I'm hoping that Tyler, we can be back to maybe once a month doing this. Right now, I don't have any, like, I don't have a solid return, like where I'm going to have a scheduled show right now. I like I said, I got a new job, so I'm only going to be doing the one job. I'm going to work 4 days a week. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to have 3 whole days in a row off. So I will pick one of those days. I will probably be back with Apocalypse World News with Severe. I would like to do trivia with Tyler on a regular basis. maybe some pop-up shows. I'm going to be back around. I'm back from hiatus, guys. I have felt the love
Glad to
here
have you
tonight.
back.
Yes, I'm so excited. Pop my head up out of the cave that I live in. Yeah, this has been great, guys. I'm so glad to see so many familiar names. I want to send out some love and light to all of you. And hopefully we'll be seeing you again soon.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
They can still hear us, Aaron, by the way. Just FYI, I do the whole hot mic thing. This was super fun.
It was.
I had so much fun tonight. It was great having both of you guys here. Yeah, thanks for coming to hang out.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me. I'm so happy I got to do this with you guys.
Yeah, I love hanging out with you guys.
Fun.
I love hanging out with you guys.
It's just a nice laid-back broadcast, really.
Yes. No stress. We can talk about weird shit. It's great.
It's stressful coming up with the questions.
Bro.
Especially when I'm busy.
Right?
Especially when I'm busy. I'm like, fuck, I gotta
I haven't had homework.
Right? Man, it was so much easier when we had the cards. Just read the cards, man.
Right.
I just got bit by a mosquito in my own house.
I have a gnat. I have a pet gnat. Just one gnat, and he's been in my house buzzing around. I don't know. I can't catch him. He's driving me crazy, man.
Oh yeah.
It's your spirit guide.
You gotta get
He better not be, because when I find him, I'm crushing his ass. I'm telling you. Thank you, Forrest Friend, for the can. Yes, I'm gonna crush
Name
my
her Natalie.
spirit guide.
Name her Natalie.
What, the alien? The gnat, Natalie? Yeah, right? Natalie the gnat.
Speaking of Natalie Denise has been doing some incredible
I know.
work on the exposing the child trafficking. I mean,
She always does, though.
Yeah, but she's like
She's deep in it, man.
above and beyond. Yeah, she's like
She's deep in it. She's been getting some coverage, too. Gateway Pundit and some other shit. I love Natalie.
Like,
That's my
she's
girl.
She's awesome.
Out there.
Yeah,
Right?
was it?
We had her on like 3 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, a while back. Yeah. Was that the first time you met her when we were all in Sedona?
Yeah, when we were in Sedona.
Yeah.
And she had me on her channel a few times. I had her on to do, and then she went on with you guys. I love Natalie.
I just remember like she was researching like the whole trip. Like I don't even think she enjoyed herself.
No, well, yeah, she's working and researching all the time, the whole time. Well, we went on that hike the very last day. Me and her went. I don't know where you guys were all at. It was fun. All right.
All right.
All right. Good night, guys.
Good night, guys.
Good night.